This is Wardlow from AEW, and you're watching The Joe Cronin Show.
A wrestling podcast with attitude.
Let's get the big one. What's up, wrestling fans? It's the AEW Dynamite Review, August 25th, 2021. A little bit of a vanilla sleeper show tonight. I don't know. A little shock tonight, but that's what we got here on Dynamite. But we're going to talk about this. There's a lot to say, I think. Did you enjoy AEW Dynamite? The poll is up right now in the chat. We're going to find out what you guys rate this show tonight as we continue to move on throughout, having a good time. Get the XFL theme coming up, courtesy of Zombie 13. Although I really remember it as the Brawl for All theme. But we are live on a Wednesday night. Apparently Jake's going to be joining us at some point tonight. I'm not sure, but what's up, chat? Hit that like button if you can. I think Lee Johnson takes the award tonight in promos.
I'm flying home from the Houston show thinking I'm just not getting through to you people with the tough love approach of telling the truth about this dumpster fire of a professional wrestling company, and something occurs to me. What is rule number one in running a business? Know your customers and give them what they want. Here I was, blaming AEW for feeding you chicken shit, knowing you mindless millennials would be eating it up as if it were chicken salad, when it's really been your fault all along. You actually want to see some 12-year-old looking dorky gymnast that I would stuff into a locker back in high school get on his knee and propose to his girlfriend instead of getting into a fist fight. You want to see the bastard child of Marilyn Manson and Tony Hawk skateboard into the arena while reading a comic book. You want to see some lazy douche in tight jeans and sunglasses wrestle with his hands in his pockets so he can feel cocky in the ring.
Well, let's talk about the fact that this guy's talking like he's got no balls. You want to see this and that happen? I mean, maybe put some...
Maybe you need to put a little bass in your voice. Maybe that's what you need to do, son, is you need to put a little bass in that voice before you sound like a 12-year-old boy. Because that's exactly what you sound like, Jack. A 12-year-old boy. Hell, you complain about the kids and that and the tiny people and that. Hell, I don't even know if you have balls.
Don't want to see as real men because you are not real men. You don't want to see tough guys because you're not tough. Soft and weak wants to see soft and weak. You want to drink your $8 soy lattes, watch videos on TikTok, and go to wrestling shows in safe spaces where it's perfectly acceptable to break down and cry like a baby because your favorite wrestler...
You see, your voice, you sound like one of those he-she's that I always hear on NPR.
What's up, wrestling fans? How you guys doing? AEW Dynamite tonight, did it deliver or no? Let me know what you think. We're taking a look at the polls right now. There's going to be a lot of polls. But this one is active right now with over 257 votes. AEW Dynamite, the rating. Give it up. And we got right now, 22% of you guys felt AEW was amazing tonight. And the majority of you so far, 55% of you, saying okay. 55% with an A-OK. 18% of you were underwhelmed. And 5% of you thought it was horrible. Wow. I am a little bit, I'm somewhere in this like okay, underwhelmed area. Like somewhere, if there was an in between okay and underwhelming, I would be somewhere in there myself. I think there's a lot of things that really should have been done a little bit differently tonight. But there was some good stuff too. You know, it was a nice show. I enjoyed it. I was entertained by it, but it was just, there were some things that I could point out. I was hoping that we would come out of this episode, though, being like, wow, that was really good. 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Really damn good. How about that? Everybody that watched AEW tonight for the first time was like, wow, this company is awesome. Crazy. Yeah. We didn't quite get that, but... Hey, wait a minute. Wait a second. Here comes a donation from the Soundwave 92. What if they killed us and ate our children? It's the turkeys. What if the turkeys ate us? What if they filleted us? If the turkeys ate us? If they what up, Soundwave? Thanksgiving was a little bit different. Instead, the turkeys ate us. They gobbled us apart. But first they'd eat our nuts, and then they'd eat our bud. The turkeys ate us. What if the turkeys ate us? I got to tell you something, Soundwave. First of all, thank you. Second of all, can you imagine if turkeys just started gobbling all of us? Can you imagine what would happen? Turkeys came to life, or just, not came to life because they're already alive until we kill them, but they just started killing people and eating us. That'd be a day in history, no doubt about it.
Really off episode. Basically kicking this one down the road to next week, and the crowd didn't help. Bryan is now confirmed to be heading to AEW, but we just need patience. Promos like Punk, Dan Lambert and Don Callis were the fucking best parts.
Yes.
6/10.
I 100% agree with you, Soundwave 92. Tonight, the positive things right off the bat. Obviously, Dan Lambert's promo was fire. I love Dan Lambert's promo. That was wonderful. And on top of that, like you said, CM Punk's promo was nice tonight. It wasn't, I think some people wanted more out of him in a way, but his promo was nice. Really, I wouldn't have liked it if it didn't have that Daniel Bryan moment in it. If it didn't have the Daniel Bryan moment in it, it would have just been Punk saying like, yo, what's up? Here's the thing, and I'm here again. Yay. And then just go in the back. That would have been it. That would have been really a letdown. The only thing that made it good, really, or that made it fully hype, was the fact that, the crowd started doing the yes chants to CM Punk saying something about kicking people's ass, and then him having to say, oh, maybe you just need to be a little more patient, really popping people into the excitement of Bryan coming in. So that kind of saved it, to be honest. And I'm sure that Punk was like, shit, I can't believe I just said that, but hell, it felt like the right thing to say. And I bet you Tony Khan loved it. I'm sure somewhere else somebody would have been mad, like, dude, come on. Fuck, we weren't supposed to give it away that big. But I bet Tony Khan loved it. I bet you Tony Khan popped in the back. That's the difference. By the way, we're going to be giving away AEW tickets courtesy of Paul 3 to September 1st in Chicago. Coming up, AEW tickets for next week, Wednesday Dynamite in Chicago. I'm going to tell you how you guys can win those in just a few more seconds. Thank you to Soundwave for the $29 donation, the turkey donation. Guys, if you want to say something, I want to be able to read the Super Chats tonight, so please, if you're going to Super Chat, use the Super Chat button down below. If you don't want to give Google 30%, use the Streamlabs link in the description box down below, sometimes put in the chat as well. Bring it down there, drop down there, click the like button, click the link, and then you can go donate that way. All the donation amounts are listed down below, including the turkey one and so many other ones. My particular favorite is the 1984 right now. It's the big chunky pants running through with the Bombzo. So it is what it is. But there you go. That's the Daniel Bryan promo. I think the Dan Lambert was probably the best promo of the night, potentially. I did love Don Callis, though. Don Callis being like, you think you know me? Oh, you think you know me? You think you know me? Like them, dude, that was like DX type of stuff. That was some I'm serious. That was some DX type of like torture and stuff that they did to Christian tonight. I thought that was hilarious. Basically dancing around and insinuating that Christian is this B player or second best guy or, sidekick or whatever. That shit was hilarious. Oh my God, man. Don Callis, maybe he does win promo of the night because they were out there live, but man, that was funny. I loved Don Callis's promo. I really did. So, Don Callis, maybe he wins tonight. I don't know, but, because Dan Lambert's was taped in the back, so, I could see not picking that one. But, yeah, it's hard to say. There's just, oh, my God, dude, that cracked me up when he was being a prick and he was like, do you think you know me? Hey, you think you know me? It's like that, then just, like, getting in the face. Like, I don't know, that kind of teasing and annoyance and, like, being a douchebag, which, by the way, they said douchebag tonight, which I didn't even know you could say that. They said shit. I think they said shit 3 times, which I thought you couldn't do it more than twice. Not that I care, but, like, so I don't know what happened there, but I love it. A bunch of shits. We had blood right off the bat. I mean, Matt Hardy gets busted open by accident on a crossbody to open up AEW tonight with Orange Cassidy. I thought the show opened up well. I liked the open match. I like, Orange Cassidy coming out with Matt Hardy. And by the way, Orange Cassidy is going to need some new pants because those pants were drenched in the blood of Matt Hardy. They were just drenched, like fully drenched. Matt Hardy got I want to say his upper nose broken, probably from right here and up, even to his head was smashed on a crazy, crazy cross body. And it looked horrific. And so that being said, like that, I'm sorry, that made the match better. Like this match wouldn't have been that interesting to me. This made, why do Americans think douchebag is a swear word? I don't know, Stone Cold Cronin fan. They think it's some kind of slight on women because they have periods. So I don't think it's bad. I say douchebag all the time. Douchebag this, douchebag that, cunt this, that, and the other thing. I don't give a damn. See, I'm not a pussy like most Americans, but most of you Americans are pussies. You allow people to get in your heads about what you can and can't say. You allow people to cancel you. You know what happens if someone cancels me? I cancel their life. That's what I do. So that's why I'm not a pussy like most of you guys. You see, so someone can try to come and cancel Joe Cronin, and I will cancel their existence. So you want to take it to that level? I'll take it to that level. And I'm not going to say on YouTube how I would do that, but the fact of the matter is it was true. And that's what makes me not a pussy like most of you who just go, oh, I got in trouble at work for saying douchebag. Yeah? You tell me, you cut me a paycheck at work for saying douchebag, and I will take your ass down, son. You can fire me all day, but you know what you can't get back? Your goddamn life. That's what you can't get back. Fire me all day. Hold a paycheck back all day. You know what I'm going to do to you? I'm going to find out everything I need to know about you, and I'm going to make you wish that you hadn't been such a soy boy pussy if it's the last thing I do with my life, and it's the last mistake you ever make with yours. That's what I'm going to do. But anyway, Matt Hardy and Orange Cassidy tear it down. Words hurt. Yeah, words hurt. You know what hurts more than words? Joe Cronin kicking you in the throat. That's what hurts more than words. But the match was, again, pretty decent, okay opening match, but the blood made the match much better. And then with the pocket cover at the end and everything, the teasing with the money, Matt gets knocked over. The crowd's loving that. Somebody recognizable. If people are tuning in for Punk from WWE or old school people, they're tuning in. It's wonderful. You literally, in the front row, Bill Nye the Science Guy's dad was in the front row tonight. That was interesting. A lot of neckbeards out there. A lot of neckbeards and people that aren't sure about their sexuality in the crowd tonight. I noticed that right from the beginning. A lot of questionable folks in the front row. A lot of people who a lot of boys in the crowd who, during a male-only sleepover, you got to watch after you fall asleep because they might try to tickle your pickle while you're sleeping or rub up on your leg. And then when you wake up, they tell you it's some kind of dream you were having. A lot of those looking sons of bitches in the crowd in Wisconsin, and I'm not surprised about that, to be honest. But it looks like we have Jake DeMarco in the house, and so we're talking about the first match of the night, and being that we're talking about the first match of the night, I think it's a good time to go ahead and jump over to Jake so he can tell me what he thought of the first match, which I, again, say 7 out of 10 first match of the night. Without the blood, it's a 6. With the blood, it's a 7. Crossbody, broken nose. Take that, and here's Jake looking sexified. He's either muted or I muted him. I'm not sure which one. Nope, I muted him. My bad. Hold on. There you go. Try now.
There we go. Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah. There you go, baby. What's up?
There we go. So I have my one and only hemorrhoid next to me, my pain in the ass, the lovely, yes, that's right, my daughter Dana, because I'm usually prompt and on time, but I was very nauseous before the show, just getting back from the hospital, all that stuff. Got to go back tomorrow, and so I was smoking. I go and I step out back, Joe. Not to derail the show, I'm sorry, but Danny's here because no one would believe me if she.
Right. All right.
I go out back, and
love.
I have that family of woodchucks. I've shown you the videos. We feed them all the time.
Yep. And I got a woodchuck too. Yep.
Yeah. So I go out back. The lights are off because I don't want the bugs to attack me. And I stand on the back and I start smoking the bong. Next thing you know, I feel something against my leg, and then it just starts biting my foot over and over. So I start freaking out, and I'm like, Daddy! So she's like, what is it, a spider? She finally comes to the door as I'm freaking out.
Wait, you're getting attacked by something, and you call your daughter?
I'm high, and I don't know what it is. If
what
it's a
kind
raccoon,
of dad are you?
I wanted her to turn the light on so I could see what it was.
Okay, all right, go ahead. You sacrificed your daughter almost, but go ahead.
Exactly. So shut up, you're still here.
Liberal.
No scars. You're only bleeding a little bit, but we'll get to that. So we go ahead, and now she turns the light on, and she starts laughing at me, freaking out because I'm getting attacked by the biggest damn woodchuck that we have out there. It has my slipper entirely engulfed in its mouth.
You've been feeding these things for months.
Months.
And they bite you?
That's what I can go outside. We talked. I was shocked. I don't know if it didn't realize and just was looking for food, got startled, and then didn't realize I was out there and who I was and just started to attack or what. But it wouldn't let go of my big toe inside the slipper. So now I'm jumping around, screaming for Danny, trying to get her to turn the light on, not sure what's attacking me. I don't know if it's a raccoon or the skunk came back or what. She thinks it's a spider. She's laughing at me. She finally turns on the light. She sees this thing is engulfing my foot, and my slipper has all these bite marks in it. So now the thing is attacking me endlessly. I'm like, what? Why?
You have to get a rabies shot now.
I know, Jesus, the Woodland Critter Christmas is just eternally, doomed me out here. I fed these things nonstop, taking good care of them, and this woodchuck just raped me. And Danny's just laughing at me the entire time. So finally she opens the door, and it startles it, and then it starts to run in the house with my slipper in its mouth. I'm like, don't let it into the house. So she closed the door. I grabbed my slipper. I jumped to the other side, and she kind of banged against the door again, and it ran head first into the trash can, made a loud thud, and then ran into the woods. So
don't you have to get a rabies shot now? I'm serious.
Break skin, so it's just biting through the slipper, thankfully. But,
oh my God, I would have stepped on its head. I'll never feed them again. You should kick
it.
If
they're getting fed tomorrow. These things eat better than I do.
I would kick its ass. I'd be furious. Like, I've been feeding you, and you're gonna bite me?
Exactly.
I'm kicking its
ass.
I
was livid.
I mean, listen, you've got woodchucks, and I think I have a groundhog. I'm not sure. But, like, after feeding it all that time and it bite, like, what a piece of shit. I just tweeted mine out. Can somebody identify this? Jake's got woodchucks. I'm not sure if this is a woodchuck, but people tell me it's a groundhog. And this is right in front of my house.
I think it is a groundhog.
Yeah, so he's been working on something under my deck, under my front porch.
Yeah, they usually buried themselves down.
So people are telling me I got to get rid of it because it destroys foundations.
It does. It destroys a lot of things and makes a bunch of holes. And ours were just living under the shed that we didn't have any care for anymore. Yeah, I need steel-toed slippers. Absolutely.
This is ridiculous.
Fan. But I figured you would get a kick out of that.
I can't believe he bit you like
panic.
after you fed
I couldn't either. I was floored.
You are the worst luck person ever I've ever met. Like, dude, you should never do
I
anything
was
for
legit
anybody ever
mouth
again.
agape shocked. I just bought this thing, a pound of shredded carrots and
Oh, man.
cabbage.
No, I'm hunting it. I'm serious. Listen, I love animals.
We
and,
got it's bow and arrow time. I'm gonna call
I'm serious.
Penis-Maker. He's gonna finish this thing off.
After all the bad luck and hospital trips, and you're feeding these animals, and this thing tries to bite you, I'm stepping on it. I'm sorry, PETA. I'm stepping on it.
It's curb stomp time. Yeah, and you know what? Right off the bat, Matt Hardy has been injured more in AEW than any TLC table ladder chair match combined in WWE.
He
had some of the most death-defying stunts ever performed in front of a WrestleMania audience, and he was never as injured as he has been in AEW.
Oh, that's so funny. I didn't even think about that. He's
Right?
always hurt.
I mean, literally,
He's
the man
always hurt.
that turned a tables, ladders, and chairs into one of the most iconic, death-defying, stunt-filled. And it wasn't just like, oh, stunt after spot after stunt. There was a great story throughout that match too. Like, that is iconic every time for so many reasons.
Oh my god, dude, I can't believe how funny that is. Like that he's always hurt. Dude, he's bleeding more than remember when he did the broken gimmick thing? Like he's bleeding more here. I couldn't figure out why he got hurt. Yes.
I mean, it was hilarious because he is bleeding more here.
Yeah, dude, he got crossbodied, and the weird thing is I thought he got crossbodied in the head, but his nose is bleeding, so that is really nasty that he got busted open around his eyes, it seems like, or the top of his head and the top of the bridge of the nose, or the top of the nose.
Yeah, there's a few people that just have bad luck. Now, this match probably would have been a 4.5 or a 5 to me had it not been for the crowd.
Yeah,
crowd
and the
made
blood.
it a 6. Blood made it a 7.
Exactly. The blood made this match better.
But the crowd doing the delete, that was a great chant. I mean, everybody here, and especially being in Milwaukee of all places,
Yeah, what
the
the hell is
UWM
that?
Panther Arena was hot tonight. These guys were just ready for everything AEW put out.
Now, I know a lot of people always say Milwaukee crowds aren't that great, but luckily the crowd was fully hyped because they promised all the people in Milwaukee that they could burn down a police station at the end of the night. So they were super hyped up for that. And I know that's Michigan.
I mean, who wouldn't be?
They're all the
hyped?
same to me. I don't care. That being said, okay, first match, maybe a 7. I mean, because the hype of Punk and everything going on, so the first match has that benefit of, that.
The crowd went nuts. Where's My Mind starts playing, Cassidy comes out and Freshly Squeezed hits the ring. The crowd was ready for Matt Hardy as well. And like you said, that they, you get the hands in the pockets to start, but then Hardy does it, his hands in his pockets too. And then Cassidy just keeps kicking them. And then, like I said, we got the delete, with the kicks and the chants, and Hardy really started to play into the boos too. And then they hit some really good suplexes.
I hate that he does the delete though. It drives me nuts because it's like, dude, what are you doing? You're now big money Matt. Why are you doing delete? That's that's supposed to be when some entity took over your body and stuff.
Yeah, to him, it's just like a fourth wall break. He's acknowledging it, and at this point, I'm like, he's getting a pop from the crowd. Whatever. I agree with you, but
yeah,
it's the least of my worries, honestly.
Yeah,
with Matt Hardy, I barely even want to see him at this point. So if he finds a way to resonate with the crowd, I'm like, go for it.
Yeah, and
he's just been floundering, and he's the head of this supposedly great organization, and I feel like he does nothing worthwhile. Sadly.
Yeah, no, you're right.
He just loses and loses, and then anytime something major is on the line, he makes it worse, and then loses that too. So he's lost a ton of money, clients, you name it. He's mucked it up.
Well,
I did like how they played with the story of the twist of fate, though, for most of it. We saw the tornado DDT, and then I think that's what did it. I don't think it was the crossbody. I think it was a tornado DDT myself. Because I know they said the suicide dive, and then he hit the high crossbody, and that's what the announcers said. But when I watched it back, immediately after the crossbody, he hits a tornado DDT, gets the near fall, and then you see the nosebleed.
Well, I think that's just
everyone's like, "Oh, it's a high on the crossbody," which very well may be the case. I'm sure that is.
I went back and watched it. I didn't know where it happened, so I went back and watched it, and it was the crossbody. It's landed,
definitely.
Yeah, he's definitely was the crossbody. He landed on his head.
I only saw that initially. I want to go back. I will rewatch it.
He smashed down on him around here. and landed on his head. He landed on his head. And I thought that, and then I was like, all right, I'm going to have to keep looking to see when it really is. And then I noticed he was already bleeding during the DDT. And then the announcers even said Excalibur caught it. So I was like, okay, now I know. Like, now I'm 100% because I found that. I was like, oh my God, his head got crushed by a crossbody. And then when Excalibur said it, I was like, okay, that is definitely where it happened. But I thought the same thing as you for a second. I wasn't sure where it was. And there was you know what it is coincidentally, after a guy lands on your head, then you do a tornado DDT to his head, and then he starts bleeding. So it actually worked out.
It kind of like paid off for it.
Yeah, it's weird. It's almost like Orange was working on the head to make him bleed. Like it was. That's why it was so good. It was weird. True. It was oddly just like he did 2 moves that caught the guy in the head that everybody noticed, and then the guy's bleeding from the head. It sold that match by accident. It sold that match better. So good. Like that match was better because of the blood.
Yeah,
if not
and I mean he's 46, Matt Hardy. I mean how many years left does he have of this kind of accident-prone wrestling?
Jesus,
he already had an issue where he lost spacing in his spine from all the leg drops and stuff.
Yep.
That huge one he hit off the cage. He said that really effed him up. So
it's not much.
Oh, J-Rod just asked. Yeah, he's 46. So
I can't believe I'm 37. That's not even that far away. I feel like
I know I'm gonna be 34 myself. You're
I
like,
wasted
wow.
my life. I was supposed to be a wrestler, Jake, and then what happened?
I was supposed to be a serial killer, Joe, and I just
well, why don't you
achieved my goals.
Start now and kill one of those woodchucks? That's how serial killers start. They start
I still
killing
can't
animals.
believe that shit. If Danny didn't come to my rescue and then I use her as a human shield,
oh my God,
I might have died, and no one would believe this either. That's why I was like, this is so. Just really surmises this day.
Worst father ever. I scream, stay inside. Everybody stay inside. That's what I yell. You yell, come out here. What the hell's wrong with you?
I just wanted her to turn the light on so I could see what was trying to kill me.
Jesus.
But she had to save me.
Listen, I'm sure she would have kicked its ass anyway, so it's a good
She
call.
would have. Yeah, absolutely.
All
She's
right.
tough. I would have just gotten my jugular ripped out.
Well, good thing it wasn't like a bobcat or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
That would have been over. Malachi Black cuts a pretty good promo after the match, too. That was all right.
I loved that promo, actually. He's like, you will have to commit to the idiocracy that is, what I warned you of. And he's like, I won't hold it against you. You can get out and you can get it disqualified with a 10 count. And then you will admit to me that I am, it just goes on. And it's so sadistic and evil and just, always. So also, thankfully, Matt Hardy doesn't have a broken nose, I guess is being said right now. So
if he doesn't have a broken nose, then he hit him in the head. His head was bleeding then. Like right here was bleeding into his nose.
I wonder, but and one more odd fact I wanted
might
to
have
bring
busted
up
a
to
capillary in there or something.
That could be it too. So I'm still waiting to see more updates, but that's not verified yet. We'll see how it goes. The Big Show's new theme, Paul White's new room, new view theme for No More BS.
Well,
remember how I said, it sounds just the exact same, like a ripoff?
Yeah, I told you it was the same band.
Yeah. So it's the same guy, but they had him contract lyrics, so the same singer as well. They really asked him back.
Yeah.
And I all the way through and through, the same people, same whatnot. So I just, was.
No, I said it weeks ago because I could tell. I was like, it's the same. That's the guy. That's the same. Yeah, that's the same band.
But now he actually came out and confirmed it. So now it's So Just Joe said, I'm so honored I was asked to come back and do the theme for my man Paul. I grew up a wrestling fan, and my 12-year-old self, Joe, is still pinching himself that I have been able to be an iconic voice to this legend and to all the fans all these years. Major props to Mikey Ruckus for writing this and contacting me, and to AEW for contacting me and for the opportunity to bring back the wrestling voice we all know and love. Major props to Paul.
It's the same guy.
I actually like this new song better.
He's just missing the well.
Yeah, if it just had that opening, I like the new song better though. I like the lyrics. I like the chorus. So
instead, you get a big.
It's catchy.
And I had sex with my sister.
But I just wanted to come out and say that the people were saying that you were incorrect and that wasn't true. You are now justified. Just Joe himself, Joe Sinclair, has come out and verified, yes, this, I am the same singer. This was, in fact, AEW's plan to bring me back and make another iconic song. So you were right entirely, Joe.
Give me all my praise, Jake.
That's
No,
right. I thought you wanted to be justified.
I'm a narcissist.
What did you think of Jericho? That's what I want to know.
Jericho's promo was good, nice thing. Also says he's retiring the commentary if he loses. I like this. It adds some real dread to this match with MJF, because what else are they gonna do? Please God, let it not happen, because I'm not.
People are hating the stipulation, but I'm actually enjoying it because there's a lot of intrigue there.
Right.
I really genuinely don't know what we'll get from this, because Jericho has a busy schedule coming up, and they can always bring him back.
I think he's trolling people
stipulations,
because people shit on him for being too loud on the commentary. This is some kind of fucked up troll by Jericho,
making people get some sympathy.
Yeah, I just think he's like, they really don't want me on commentary, huh? But there are some people that do want him on commentary. I like Jericho on commentary mostly. I like him. I don't want him permanently on commentary, but I want him once in a while on commentary.
Yeah,
he's been fun.
It's a good treat. You know, if you had Christmas every day, it would get old. But
exactly, yeah, exactly.
That's right.
I don't think he's Heenan, but he's fun. He is fun. But I wish, but he is Heenan. But he's not Heenan. People said that. That's too far. He's not like that.
And Soundwave was thank you for chiming in before Soundwave, you badass. But he's right here. Jericho had to be like overdue, and he had to like overdo it here. It just. He needed that oomph to this, because why else would they face each other again if not for the stipulation? It would be stupid for MJF to accept this match for any other reason unless he gains something.
Right, exactly.
Because what does Jericho have? He doesn't have a title. MJF doesn't want anything. He even came out with a shirt saying MJF 3, Jeriblow 0.
Right.
I love that shirt. That was hilarious.
Yeah, that shit was good. What would you say?
MJF made it feel personal at times, and he's like, I'm the youngest and fastest rising star, and, I'm being your cash cow, and now I'm all out of milk. Why would I face you? I tapped you out faster than someone listening to a Fozzy CD. And I was like, oh, God, that's a good line.
Yeah, that was funny. I liked it. I liked this interaction with the two of them, too. Oh, MJF's promo was really good. He said a bunch of hilarious stuff. Like, MJF had his shit down.
He's always a highlight for me, and tonight was another shining star. Because last week I told you I don't really want to see them face off again. Hopefully Jericho goes to something else. They made me interested to see them face each other again because of this promo segment.
Right.
I'm now looking forward to this at All Out, and the stipulation is exciting to me because I genuinely do not know what they're going to do with it. There's logic on both ends. They can get rid of Jericho for a while and then bring him back in time for the cruise, maybe. He kind of could take a break, and he's got a lot going on with the tours and stuff like that. And then when they do the AEW Jericho cruise, that's when you get him back because it's his cruise, and you could always find a loophole. Wrestling, no one ever stays gone. But he could win and then still disappear, or he could stay and just do something. There's a ton of possibilities.
Right.
We don't know. But MJF hasn't been beaten by Jericho yet, so that's big too. If Jericho can beat him, not only does he stay, but he finally vanquishes the evil MJF. That's huge.
Yeah, no, and I think that's what should happen at this point. He's put him over enough. Now it's time to get, as the good guy, get his win back. And then, you know what I mean?
I would love to see Jericho win, and then, go ahead and still take a little bit of time off. Let us miss you a little bit. Go and work out some more and take it easy and heal, because he needs to heal that elbow and relax.
And
that's it. Jericho will win, Rostafa said, then get jumped and put on the TV injured list. And then he'll have to come back later. So he'll win and he'll just get destroyed. And yeah, J-Rod, they sold out of those Punk shirts so fast that they had to offer a different material for printing. Usually they have the black neck. I forget what those are called. The type of T-shirt. It's all white with the black ring around the neck and the sleeves. I don't remember what the style's called, but they ran out of those shirts, and people were yelling at them on the Twitter Pro Wrestling Tees site. And they're like, we literally bought out the entire nation's stock of that style of T-shirt, and we still sold out.
Oh my God, that's
So
hilarious.
I'm dying to know. They outsold and beat the Bullet Club shirt history.
Wow.
So how many Bullet Club T-shirts have sold?
Not enough.
Apparently, I thought it was a lot, but these have sold out. And then they went and put them on all white T-shirts. Then they had to switch to some other material. Then they put them on a different type of T-shirt. So it's been like reprinted, with different materials because they keep running out of whatever they can. Pro Wrestling Tees, I don't think anybody there is going to see the light of day or sleep for the next 2 months.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that tells you, dude, they must have made millions. They must have made 5 million, 8 million, 10, it's something crazy. Because you do the math on the amount of shirts sold. I mean, it's an insane amount of T-shirts sold. And in a little bit, guys, we're going to give our predictions of what we think the ratings are going to be tonight. And also, we're going to talk about this poll that's up with you guys. We're going to go to the donations in a second. We've reviewed the first match and a few of the first promos so far.
Indeed.
And we got 652 votes, guys. 652 votes. 51% of you saying the show was okay tonight. So there's a lot to go over there. Let me go over to the donos, and we're going to be giving away tickets courtesy of Paul 3 to the next episode of AEW Dynamite in Chicago.
How awesome is that? That's absolutely incredible. He reached out to me earlier. He was saying how you feeling, all this stuff, and he's like, I got a surprise, and I'm like, wow, that is incredible. The fans are going to go nuts. This is legitimate. He's got two great seats for AEW Dynamite for free. To whoever gets them, in a little bit. Joe, go ahead and make that clear.
We're gonna give them
hit
away.
The like button in the meantime.
We're gonna give them away on Out of Nowhere. In order to get them, you have to go to this link. I'm throwing the link in the chat again. It's to my website, and you just fill out the form. In the subject line, if you can write, I will still get it even if you don't. But in the subject line, just write giveaway. In the subject, write giveaway. It doesn't matter if it's, try to make it two separate words, give away. Or giveaway all in one word, whatever. Either way, as long as you write giveaway in the subject line, it'll be fine. So just go there, fill that out, write giveaway, and somebody's going to win the AEW tickets courtesy of Apollo 3. We're going to announce it tomorrow night on Out of Nowhere, or rather Thursday night on Out of Nowhere. I'm sorry, Out of Nowhere is Thursday night, and plus there's big surprise from Seth Negan. Is that tomorrow? Oh, yeah, I'm crazy. Okay.
That is tomorrow night.
I don't know what day it is.
Even if they got to jumpstart my heart, I will be here.
Well, you might have to give you a rabies shot.
Shit, that too. I got enough to do.
Comes Ryan the heel.
Oh shit!
He's just dropping $1. Just dropped that little $1 in there.
Hell yeah, Ryan.
So yeah, man, we're on to the Jericho moment.
That's incredible.
Right
can I win the tickets?
No, you've already refused them.
Oh,
you scumbag! What are you gonna sell them?
No,
to pay for your woodchuck shots.
No,
that you're gonna need.
I was gonna trade them for crack, but I was gonna share with you.
I hope CM Punk gets another staph infection in the next few months and then gets mad because an AEW doctor accidentally infects it more. Then Punk gets pissed off, then leaves to go to WWE and then get a third staph infection, then has to retire from wrestling.
Well, maybe you can get one from Moxley because they both had one pretty badly.
Imagine in another month he hates AEW, he gets injured by a Darby Allin, and he's all pissed off, so he leaves and he's in WWE sitting there with another pipe bomb. Those vanilla midgets in AEW suck. I should have just came back to Vince like a real man. Just
no, he'll go to Impact.
Money.
No, he'll start CM Punk wrestling.
Yeah, instead of the summer of Punk, it'll be like the spring of CM. They won't be able to trademark all of it because Impact can't afford shit.
Hey, Finn just got me a achievement on Xbox. That's awesome.
Isn't that great? Danny was
buddy.
playing something.
Thanks,
Fortnite
AJ
earlier. And she won. She actually won. I was shocked.
AJ Adams that is kind of crazy. AJ Adams just said you're a bunch
She was unlocking achievements, and I know what the hell was going on.
You're a bunch of boomers. Clinic chat. I don't even know what he's trying to say here. I think he's going after the chat, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm not exactly sure what.
Yeah, that's interesting though.
AJ Adams, I don't know. I think he's going after everybody in this donation, but I'm just not 100% on the conveying of the message there.
You were correct, Joe. Besides what's in the box, I'm still dying to know.
What is the woodchuck status instead of mashed potatoes? Jesus Christ, that's hilarious. I didn't know Nikki J moonlighted as a member of the Wingman.
Right.
Thank you, Colonel Stutters, for the $5. Becoming a
That's
$5
right.
shit
Thank you,
bum.
Colonel. And thank you, Paul 3. Again, he's in the chat now saying win those tickets. Thank you, Paul. That is so badass of you to do that. That's really kind.
Yeah.
Again, if you guys want to win them, the link's in the chat. Go ahead and check that out. The winner will be announced on Out of Nowhere, as well as Sith Negan. He's got a huge surprise for Joe. He's got something in this box for me. I mean, there's a lot coming from Sith Negan alone. We have a ton of news to go over. The ratings will be in. I mean,
Hey,
there's a lot going on.
It could have been a better show if the crowd wasn't dead. What the fuck, Milwaukee? You guys at CM Punk and you guys weren't as loud as Friday's show. Did the Milwaukee fans die because of Monday Night Raw killing their insides?
I don't quite understand that criticism, Paul, Pacharo, because there wasn't that many people there compared to Chicago. I'm pretty sure in Chicago there was like 15,000 people. And I'm pretty sure here in Milwaukee there was... How many were there in Milwaukee tonight?
I'm going to find out quick.
Yeah, find that out, because I think there was only...
Let me look.
I think there was only 6,800 people there tonight. And in Chicago there was like 15,000 or more.
This holds 12,700, but I guess for AEW Dynamite...
Probably 11,000.
It was originally supposed to be July 14th, and it got moved to August 25th. It says here, it looks less than 10,000. I think it's 7,000, but I'm not positive yet. Let me get that confirmed.
I mean, either way, it was way less. Like there was half as many people here tonight than were in Chicago. So that's number one, why it sounded quieter. Plus, they weren't that quiet, and the show really wasn't that crazy either. And it was Milwaukee, not Chicago. I mean, it wasn't CM Punk's hometown. It wasn't the best wrestling city in America, almost. It was Milwaukee. I mean, so I thought they were fine for Milwaukee. I thought they were nice. A pretty good crowd. You know, a Chicago crowd has the ability to be an 8, 9, or 10. What does a Milwaukee crowd have the ability to be? You know what I mean? A 7 or 8 at most? 6, 7, 8? And I thought tonight the crowd was a 6 or 7. I thought they were 7. You know, pretty good. I don't know what you expect from Milwaukee. Half the people you had last week on Rampage. Rampage didn't Rampage have like 20,000? I thought it was 15,000, but someone's telling me it was more. So if there was more, shit bum, then
Face Grim Joe, why you a wuss to Face Grim's toy show?
I'm sorry, Mania Man. What? Face Grimm's toy? You want me to face? I've already faced him. Maniac Man or Mania Man. Thanks for becoming a $5 shit bum. Face Grimm. Hold on a second. You want to know what happened the last time I faced Grimm, stupid face? Do you want to see? He has to face me.
Uh-oh.
Go tell Grimm he's got to face me. Go tell Grimm he's got to face me while Jake looks up the numbers. Want to see what happened the last time I faced Grimm? Here's what happened. Look, I found it. It's time-stamped in my history tab. I always remember it. Watch what happened. Take a look over here to left on your screen real quick and watch what happens to Grimm.
I got it right here, Joe.
Boom.
5,600.
Hold on a minute, Jake. Hang on a second. Let me finish this. I got to show this idiot what I did to Grimm the last time.
Oh, you got to show him how
you won't be able to hear him.
Grimm.
Watch this, you stupid idiot. Watch how I made. Look at this. All right, can't pick up the big fat ass. So boom. Oh yeah, that was a shot right to the thigh. By the way, I didn't hit him anywhere, but I hit the thigh. He says I hit him in the balls. He doesn't have balls. Oh, right to the head. Look at that, and he's holding. Look at him. What a sicko. He's trying to expose himself to all the younger people. What a sick idiot. And now watch what happens to Grimm. See you later, Grimm. Up and over you go. Up and over you go. And Joe Cronin eliminates you. Out of shape. Completely out of shape. Didn't train at all. Was bigger than I am right now. Got in there against you and easily eliminated Grimm. So you get Grimm to... Want to see what he looked like? This is what he looked like, the sorry son of a bitch. He wasn't even... Look at him. Look at this look on his face right here. He can't believe what just happened. He can't believe what just
He
happened.
was stunned. His own battle royal and all of his supposed guys, men, friends behind him, and everybody left him hanging from the rope. They couldn't even come and stop Cronin.
Out you go, Grim. Give me the numbers, Jake. What do you got?
So I found him at WrestleTix online. I forgot this guy even has a Patreon. Give him a little shout out because he is a pretty cool guy and he always posts accurate info of all of the tickets for all different wrestling shows. So it's very helpful to get the numbers from him because he's been extremely accurate. The estimated capacity with social distancing was 5,644 tonight, and 88% of those tickets were sold. Since CM Punk's announcement to be there, they sold another 1,300 tickets, a 34% increase.
So how many were at Chicago all out again, or Chicago Rampage again?
20,000, I believe was the number.
20,000? So, dude, it was half the amount of people.
It was
almost.
a quarter. It was a quarter of the amount of people.
Oh, my God.
It said tickets distributed. So I don't know if they had a lot of free tickets given away. That there could have been a lot of comped tickets as well. But it said the capacity they had on record was 5,644. And the final count 2 hours before, at 6 p.m., as the doors opened before the show, the tickets distributed from fans to get into the arena and handed out was 88% of that capacity, 4,973 tickets.
Damn.
So it was just shy of 5,000 people attending tonight.
Wait a minute. There was less than 5,000 people?
Yep, 4,973 tickets were bought or sold.
Dude, pretend 5,000 were there. 5,000 people were in that crowd tonight. And you're wondering why they didn't sound as loud as 20,000 people?
And they had 831 tickets sold for walk-ups. So that was pretty good.
Wow. And you're wondering why they weren't as loud. I can't wait to type this out. As 20,000. I saw this all night. People being like, the crowd sucks. Bro.
If you want a recent breakdown, Joe, the largest arena they've been to for Dynamite on the road so far was Charlotte, North Carolina, July 28th. That was almost 7,000 fans. The least amount, was in Jacksonville, obviously Daly's Place when they went back home. That was 2,500. Everything else has been 3,700 to all the way up to 5,600, but mostly it stays around 4,600. So each show has 45, 52, 4680, 4973. So it's around that 4,600 mark usually.
Bro, Pat McAfee had a 104 temperature with COVID.
Damn.
Pat McAfee had almost the temperature, had a bigger temperature than me, like when I had my flu 6 years ago, when I hit 103. Dude, he hit a 104.
I had a higher fever, and I know how much that sucks. I get fevers all the time. That's why I actually have to go back in the hospital tomorrow for the infection that I have.
You're going to the hospital at 104.5. Like, that's...
Yeah. Oh, no, you should go to the hospital at 104. The worst I had with the staff was the 106.9 one, and that was fucking, 105.9, 106 degrees.
That's crazy.
So that was awful.
106, you're dying. Like
I was. They had to pack me in ice and put me in a special room, but that is terrible that Pat had that. Was it? And he is vaccinated, so yeah, I imagine he's staying home for a while.
Wow. What if he? Wait a minute. He is vaccinated. What the hell?
Oh yeah.
Like, what would have happened if he wasn't, or would it have been the same?
He probably would have died or been fully hospitalized.
I mean, I don't even know, man. I feel like this stuff they don't even know what they're doing. I feel like don't even get me going. I'm gonna flip out.
Well.
I mean, 104,
but,
are you serious?
I don't know how to say his last name, but Giannis Antetokounmpo from the Bucks came out after Dynamite went off the air, the Milwaukee Bucks, and was in the ring talking to the fans. So I guess that's pretty cool.
Oh, the championship.
Interaction.
Yeah, they put some antlers on his head and then beat him up. I mean, listen, the Bucks.
What is it?
I forgot you're racist. You're a racist person. I forgot the Bucks won. So I didn't even. I forgot. I'm like, who cares? The Milwaukee Bucks suck.
Smoke weed every day.
Oh yeah, wait, they won.
Rampage attendance was
Almighty
15,
God is here.
316
Shout
total.
out to my Nichols in DH chat and my Nichols. Jake and Joe thought show was good besides last match 7/10. Much love. Sign up for Joe's Patreon.
Thank you, Nikki J, the Weed God. Now it's somebody else's gimmick. I don't know if you should do that. But Nikki J, what's up, man? Thank you for the 420. And yes, please sign up on Patreon. Please. Sign up on Patreon so we can get wet. We really, we could use some more signups on Patreon. So that'd be nice.
Friday Night SmackDown had a capacity of 6,181. So it's pretty
What if
much
the
been
woodchucks
around
raped
the
us?
same.
What if they anal gaped us?
Oh.
What if the woodchucks are out our cracks and then ate our nut sacks? Did Matt Hardy break his nose or did Ruby Sky run out of Tampax? Red Velvet versus Eva Marie. Who dies first of head trauma?
Oh, my God. Wow.
Wow, the super shows with John Cena have been selling out really well. That's impressive.
Oh, yeah. That's why they definitely had him do that. They wouldn't have sold shit, I feel like, if he hadn't been out.
The New York show in Flushing, New York, at the Arthur Ashe Stadium.
Flush them down the toilet. I agree.
That's got 18,692 for attendance that night. For the Dynamite Wednesday, September 22nd, when Daniel Bryan's set to appear. I'm trying to find the definite for Rampage while I'm looking through the numbers.
I mean, who cares? We found the important numbers. The important thing is Rampage was filled with 20,000 people, and tonight had only 5,000.
Shit bomb.
That's exactly why.
He eliminated you, Joe.
You know what, Mania Man? I'm going to fucking choke you, you New Jersey piece of trash. Okay? He eliminated when he wasn't even in it, though. He had to cheat. I didn't cheat. I fair and square eliminated Grimm's Toy Show from this match, okay? I fair and square eliminated Grimm's Toy Show, okay?
Yes, you did.
I don't know about you gloating that he eliminated me. He cheated to eliminate me. He's a scumbag. I drove all the way from Boston. It was a 5-hour drive for me to get there, Mania Man, you douchebag. Speaking of douchebags tonight, I drove 4 hours, 5 hours to get to stupid, smelly New Jersey. And you want to see it? Here's your buddy cheating, you moron, you Neanderthal piece of garbage.
Who's the smartest one in New Jersey?
See? He's a cheater. I didn't cheat.
Got eliminated.
I eliminated him fair and square. Yeah,
He's already been
typical.
eliminated.
Oh, what am I
He
surprised?
takes you out, and then he surprises you with a super kick.
I'm
What a
surprised the guy
dick
from New
move.
Jersey would wear a gold chain around his neck. I'm real surprised that a guy from New Jersey who smells and cheats on his wife would have a gold chain around his neck. And of course, it's got the cross on it too, right? Of course, Grimm's Toy Show has the cross around his neck because you can't be a cheater unless you involve Jesus in it, huh? You smelly, disgusting 43-year-old piece of shit who entertains children.
Joe.
I should kick your
Joe,
ass. What?
May God be with you.
Yeah, of course.
In the name of
Okay.
Jesus.
I'm sorry. I'm just angry right now.
I know. Rampage attendance was 15,316. Oh, hell yeah.
Now, I'll admit I did try to dress. I did try to dress as douchey as possible. I didn't shave my face on purpose. I shaved my head on purpose, and
Pretty fly for a white guy, I'm telling you.
I wore the most ridiculous tights. It was really just to piss off Grimm, you know. But he is a typical New Jersey scumbag wearing a gold chain around his neck. Like, just embarrassing. Embarrassing. Piece of trash. Anyway, where are we? So, yeah, Jericho's promo, good. Like the whole thing. That seems pretty good. MJF came out and made it better. That's good. And then, really, the decline of the show started after that.
Yeah, so, we went ahead there. Jericho gets off MJF, and then we get the Lucha Brothers coming out against the Varsity Blondes. And I don't know about you, but this felt evidently obvious as to who was going to win right from the
It
start.
also was filled with just weird shit and botches.
So many botches. I don't know if Phoenix was too busy staring at the Varsity Blonde girl's there's ass or what. What's her name? I forget all the time. Julia? Yeah, Julia Hart. There we go. But maybe he did smell her and Max Caster was right. Something happened, but they were just having quite a bit of shortcomings. Even like a simple springboard dropkick from Pillman just looked disastrous. Just absolutely disastrous. I don't know, Soundwave. Is Joe going to wrestle the bear and finally end the feud at All Out? I don't know. maybe that coincides with something out of nowhere this week. We'll have to see. But if the link's in the chat, if you guys want to win tickets to the September 1st edition of AEW Dynamite, that's right. Go ahead, follow that link. It's free to enter. Enter your information. We don't sell it to anybody, it's nothing like that. And your info is safe with Joe. But this way, we can go ahead and randomly pick a winner to go ahead and go to Dynamite.
I cannot guarantee your info safety.
I
No, just kidding. But yeah, we did have 735 votes here tonight so far. 50% of you said okay. 31% said amazing show tonight. Some people were underwhelmed. I'm probably in the underwhelmed / okay spot somewhere. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, I'm like right in there as well because as
This
I said,
match was
just a lot
terrible.
of botches with this match, and it wasn't like the Matt Hardy match was really good. Like you said, the delete thing was weird. It just worked because the crowd reacted to it, but there wasn't great moments really in the match. I like that they focused on getting the twist of fate from Orange Cassidy instead. That was a bit intriguing, but the rest of it was just like, oh God, he busted him open. That's it. Let's get some blood. This Lucha Brothers match really was underwhelming because these guys should have knocked it out of the park. Then after the match, Jurassic Express starts to, face off with the Lucha Brothers, and then the Young Bucks, who have been so agitating. It's go away heat with me at this point. They're on the stage and they're just, I know they're being intentionally obnoxious, but it's not like working in the sense of like, ooh, those heels. It's like, I want to change the channel. They're grating on my nerves at this point. So the Young Bucks being there and, they get kicked off the apron, and then Jungle Boy and Phoenix have to splash them on the floor, and then whatever. I don't really care about the tag division at this point because the Young Bucks will probably retain, and they've beaten everybody worth a damn already. So it's pretty much gone to hell.
Yeah, this was the downside of the night, like you said, and botchy match.
Their tag division was one of the best things they had going. Like NXT had the women's division at one point. They had their tag division. Their tag division was top notch. And then the Bucks seemingly looked like, I hate to agree, but a lot of people have said it, Cornette included, but it really seems this way. They brought in FTR because they thought that they were one of the best tag teams in the world, and they seemed jealous. So they went ahead, they let them hold the belt until they took them away from them, and then they squashed them, and you never see them again. What the hell happened to FTR? I know they're hurt now, Cash, with the ring hook thing. But I'm sure he's healed by now. It was a skin rip. It was bad, but he gets stitches.
Yeah, I think they basically did this almost similar to their WWE main roster run,
where they just got buried.
Just like where they don't go anywhere. They win. They get the belts too soon, and then they take them away, and then they just go nowhere.
Then they're shaving each other's back and having their asses itch on stage and in this comedy bullshit. And then they lose multiple times with the Pinnacle. MJF can win solo, but the Pinnacle has lost everything. So
yeah, this is not good for them.
That's how it feels. Oh, they won Blood and Guts. Did that really feel like a win? They got their asses beat the entire time. The only reason they won is because Sammy Guevara said, I quit, because he didn't want to see Jericho tossed off. Every single person from the Pinnacle was dead in the ring.
Yeah.
They got destroyed. So that's a win?
Yeah, I don't
Fuck
get
that.
They're garbage. Now the women.
So that's the problem. We have no tag division, and the women's division is just very lackluster at this point. They're starting to build. They're getting somewhere. Red Velvet's interesting to a certain extent. Like, she's not amazing, but she's comparable to, some other decent wrestlers that they have. And, she's definitely confident in the ring, it seems like, and it's working. So Jamie Hayter wasn't bad. I went back because I'm like, why do I not remember? She talk about a totally different look.
She was like Becky on steroids.
Absolutely. I mean, what shockingly different, because I didn't recognize her at all. That's why I thought that was the night we were watching on Discord, and I thought Nikki J had it, so I only had the very small screen. I thought it was Anna J at first returning.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Oh, that makes sense because all right, I get that. And then nothing.
I didn't know who she was because I was like,
yeah, I had no idea who she was because Jamie Hayter had dark hair. She looked more goth than anything. She had dark and then purple strands. Like she was a goth girl, really. She had nothing blonde about her. So shocking change.
They got some big girls now in AEW, man. They are big. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, tall. Like
Impressively tall and stout and strong, and it's starting to stack up. That's what I'm saying. Plus, we know that, hey, there might be a few other people with notable intrigue coming. We'll see what's happening, and a few signings as well for the female side of things. I think they're looking at some notable names. A lot of people are wondering if AJ Lee will ever come in now because her husband brought her up tonight, of course, and I'm not sold on that, but we'll see. Never say never, that's for sure.
I don't care if she comes or not, but I will say
I
one
wasn't
thing.
a huge fan of her.
I'm gonna
Danny
get
used to love her, and a lot of people were very big fans of her. But I don't know if she'll necessarily be a huge like needle mover like Punk. But I certainly think that it would be effective to have her in the women's roster. She would be a big name for them, a big get, because they don't have anybody really, that's of note yet. We're gonna get some surprises. Ruby Soho is gonna come in soon at the All Out Women's Battle Rumble Royal card thing there. Over the top, get a championship match thing.
I will be annoyed endlessly if people just keep bringing up AJ Lee. I'm going to get to the point where I'm going to be like really harsh on her. Not that she did anything wrong, but I will just, if I start
just
hearing
like me,
that,
though. It was just never a fan of her.
it's like she's all right, but I just don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear every week about how she could be coming or something. I don't care. She's like a midget. Like, she hasn't done anything in forever. No, don't. I like AJ Lee. I like her. She seems good as a person. I like her in the ring for the most part. She's all right, but I just don't want to hear the rumors every week. I just can't deal with it. I will burn my legs with an iron if I have to hear about her coming up every week.
I can't disagree with you there. Now, in this women's match, did you see how hard those suicide dives were to the outside? Red Velvet made herself a dead weight, it looked like. And she threw every bit of herself at Jamie. That felt like personal in a sense. Or like, hey, welcome to AEW. That's really what it seemed like.
All right, so I don't know what's going on, but last week CM Punk on his feet had AC on his feet. He etched in AC in a marker on his shoes last week. So people think that means Adam Cole. Now, this week, assuming this picture is real, I haven't confirmed this yet. Apparently, if this is real, I don't know. He's got BW in Sharpie on his shoes, which people think, obviously, is Bray Wyatt. I'm just saying.
He's a huge troll, too, but...
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. This is fucking weird.
Yeah.
I mean, this is really weird. Like,
the
what
Adam
is
Cole
going on?
thing... Ooh, that is murky water. I guess he agreed to continue without a contract, finish his obligations for the week. He's got a video game stream coming up and an action figure something unveiling, and because there's like Comic-Cons and stuff like that going on. So he's doing that stuff for WWE. But that's because he loves all that nerd shit, so I'm sure he's all about it. I don't know what's going on past that, though.
I don't know.
Everybody said something conflicting from every report I read.
Yeah, Barry Windham.
Basically, what I've seen so far that's been pretty consistent, he had a meeting with Vince. They promised him the world. Vince felt confident enough to tell the writers to start coming up with ideas that they could both sit through for creative. They basically said, he said, my concern is going up here and being wasted when I can go elsewhere and know that I'll be utilized. And Vince basically was essentially hearsay, but saying, I'm reassuring you, their promise not just was money, but booking opportunities. He said, you'll be prominently booked as you have been. So apparently the meeting allegedly went very well. Vince was happy. Adam Cole seemed happy to Vince. And they thought they were going to get him to stay. And then they got through Sunday, and they thought he was going to sign, and he didn't re-sign yet. He's agreeing to finish out his obligations, but then you have Britt Baker posting Bebe and all this stuff continually. You've got other people jumping on the bandwagon like the Young Bucks, putting up pictures of them being Ghostbusters, playing up with the fact that Adam Cole died on being the Elite when he moved to WWE land.
Right.
So now they're going to go and resurrect him. That's the joke there.
Yeah.
It is seemingly like he's going to AEW. And as you said the other day, you nailed it. I like your opinion. If he takes the money, go for 2 years, save the money, and then go to AEW, that would work well too, because AEW is not going anywhere. People gave it 6 months. Now they have years signed of TV deals. They just got CM Punk. Daniel Bryan's coming, or Bryan Danielson. They're not going anywhere.
I don't think that, I would take the money. So that's what I would do. Like you said, I would take the money and come in 2 years. I'd be like, we'll see how AEW is doing in 2 years, and I'll take the money.
I would say if you really do want me, do a no-cut contract. And if they won't agree to that, then that's on them.
Yeah, or maybe a year. I'd do a year and be like, all right.
A year no cut, but a 2-year contract.
Maybe.
Something like that. Because what's to say they won't say yes, and then they'll keep you from signing with AEW for 6 months, and they'll give you a 180-day no-compete because that's their new thing they want now. It basically is a 6-month no-compete. That's rumored to be happening with changes soon.
Oh, God, they're just...
what is the necessary point of no-competes anyways? I get their ideas that, we made you famous.
They don't want you showing up the next night or even soon.
But to me, it's... If you already can't be the same character, or if you don't own... I don't know.
Because
what's the difference?
30,
60, 90 days from now, people are just creating more buzz and it gets more built up. And so it really works against it because it just builds the hype machine, I think, at times.
Yeah. Listen, it depends on the wrestler.
It does.
The bigger
no
the
doubt.
wrestler, the longer you can wait. But what it allows is mid-card guys to be there the next night. That allows a buzz. If you're if you're on their program within a couple of weeks after, yours, that's not good. Like, that's something that I wouldn't want happening. So I could see why WWE is doing that. But it's going to piss off. It's just going to make less quality of life for everybody again in their company. And it's honestly going to push some people away even further. So, if there's nothing they can do. They're just.
I just don't understand, Joe, and maybe you have some type of insider thought on this. They really said that Adam Cole confirmed it. I told you about the clip on Out of Nowhere last week. He said outright, "I'm not giving up my Twitch account, no matter what happens. That will not happen. I'm going to my audience here is too important to me. Just like you guys have a connection.
What a bunch of losers these wrestlers are. My Twitch account is the most important. It's like just."
Well, I get having that connection. I
get it, but these people are never going to be Hulk Hogan. These people are never going to be anything. If you care more about your fucking Twitch account,
you never could be.
I hate the business now. I hate these people that play video games all day. You will never be a Stone Cold, The Rock, or anybody with this type of fucking retard child mentality. Like everybody, and I mean it. And listen,
and
I'm
agree.
someone
you
who's
need to have that star mindset.
And I have a channel in a whatever because I have a channel. I have a Twitch account and a YouTube account. Sure, I couldn't lose mine either, but you're supposed to be a worldwide known wrestler, and just like I just think it's funny. I don't know
because they're not supposed to be attainable or reachable.
Hilarious.
It's supposed to be that star status where you're not supposed to be able to go on Twitch and just say hey, and donate and that kind of. You're supposed to be. But in NXT times, I also get why it was so important to him because he's making so little on that contract while killing himself. I wasn't really a fan of the match the other night for the main event. I didn't get to talk about NXT with you. I finally did see it while sitting in the hospital forever. But the Walter match.
Well, we haven't finished talking about this show yet either. So
I know. So, but the Walter match was amazing.
We should get to that after
stuff.
This.
And but the point being, swinging it all back with Adam Cole, he could have shown up tonight. Is my point. He could have. He's done so much. His contract, it's over. That they fired the guy that keeps track of that kind of thing. So it's kind of funny, but it's over. So he can go ahead and show up anytime he wants anywhere. So that is a benefit that he has no non-compete. I don't know what he'll do. Like you said, the money might be important, and I understand why it would be. And that's not selling out. That's, taking advantage of an opportunity. Yeah, D-Welsh, we had mentioned that he has a Mattel action figure event tomorrow. He's finishing WWE obligations throughout the week that he agreed to. And obviously that's something that he's looking forward to. But I really think we will see him in AEW. I think, when they tease this hard, I do think it is legitimate for a reason. So,
yeah, they're definitely laying it on. I mean, this is weird. Bray Wyatt, we got confirmation that Bray Wyatt's going to AEW. So that's it. So AEW's Bray Wyatt's coming. Danielson's coming, and fucking Adam Cole looks like he's coming. And I think there's something to Punk writing that shit on his feet. And Punk is like the goddamn gatekeeper of everybody coming in or whatever. So this is crazy.
He even mentioned Daniel Bryan tonight with the, telling everybody have patience. So with the Jamie Hayter Red Velvet match, I know I trailed off there, but the point is I don't think we'll see AJ Lee. But lo and behold, there was a lot of just hard-hitting moves from Red Velvet here. I don't know if you noticed that, but she was just very heavy-handed.
She better be. She's the Darby Allin female, and she doesn't hit as hard as him, so she started to a little bit. It was an all right little match, but it was pretty quick.
And I don't know if Hayter was like supposed to get out of the way and didn't, or supposed to put her feet up, but Velvet goes for a moonsault and either missed entirely, unintentionally, or that was the plan and Jamie was supposed to move out of the way. That was really weird. But then
weird.
Red Velvet's just laying there, and all of a sudden Hayter looks around and she gets up, and then she hits her with a really stiff backbreaker, and then she gets that hard, clothesline lariat, and that was it. That was over. And I'm like, that's your finish? The lariat? Really? Like, that's going to be... It was hard, but again,
big,
somebody else, clothesline? Come on.
Well, she's really is like the female Bradshaw. I don't know why it couldn't be her finishing move. I don't...
Maybe it was the way that it was sold. I didn't care much for it. It looked good. I was hoping for more. I was hoping for something a bit more impressive, maybe.
What, from Hayter or whatever?
Yeah, from Hayter.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it because she's a big girl. I was literally telling someone earlier how Jade's finishing maneuver should just goddamn be a goddamn Hogan leg drop or something. But
even that seems more like a build up and oomph because they're on the ground. You got to do something. You sell it, then just
I don't know, man. A good waffle of a lariat, I think, is a great...
I mean, if she was really hitting like clothesline from Hells that made people forget that they ever went to kindergarten, then we'll see. But this was not it. She basically no-sold it, so it was...
Let me look at it. I'll tell you right now. I'm going to look at it. I forget. I sort of saw it, and I was like, all right.
I mean, it was a hard hit, but I just... Well, like I said, it wasn't bad. It just wasn't great.
Well, let me look at it. I'm going to look at it right now. I'm going to give you my thoughts. Yeah. I'll tell you right now. All right, here we go. She turns around. Oh, my God. She clotheslined her head off, Jake. She waffled her with it. And fucking Red Velvet went tilt-a-whirling up in the air. Now, Billy Gunn used to hit people with that clothesline, and they kicked out every time. But
yeah, because it wasn't his finish. But
all right, she backs up. She gets a head of steam, and boom! She just takes her head off, bro. Oh, I love it. I disagree with you 100%. Which is good.
Touche. I was just hoping for something, I don't know.
I just don't know what the huge girl is supposed to do. Like one of these vanilla midget dives that everybody else does? Fuck that.
No. I would love to see her go ahead and put someone like into into the second rope and then do like a hell of a, not a Samoan drop, but like a reverse bomb from the second rope. I think that could be such a really effective finisher, and that would look devastating.
Like a power bomb?
Kind of, but more of like a Samoan drop, but she goes ahead and uses the elevation from the second rope. So
what do you
mean?
She
stacks him there, gets underneath him, and then goes off the second rope backwards to land on the opponent.
So. You want this big ass girl to jump up in the air onto the second rope with somebody on her back?
Well, no, she'll lay them across the top rope, and then she'll go underneath them like a press almost, while stepping into
like
the second
rope. Like a fall
rope.
away Samoan drop from the middle rope.
From
like
the second
avalanche
rope,
Samoan drop.
Yes.
Okay. I could see that. I could see more of. You can't do the F5 because so many people are
doing
it.
No, I don't. I wouldn't. I would want her to go, and because she would lay them across the top rope, so they're laying, between the turnbuckle. So the turnbuckle's here. She's basically finishing the triangle, and then she would, while she's stepping onto the second rope, she would basically press them upwards, and then the Samoan drop would backwards while essentially also a fall away. So it's like a avalanche Samoan drop.
All right.
Just something more.
Why doesn't Jade Cargill do that then?
Jade was doing the glam slam, and at least that looks pretty damn devastating. I mean, this did look good. I was just hoping for. It looks more impressive when you're lifting, turning, and slamming the opponent, I think, than just Red Velvet sold it well, but I'm not sure everyone can.
Yeah, no, I don't know if everybody can, and I don't know about it either, but I guess it just doesn't bother me.
So at least if you force him to sell by throwing him backwards, or if you're doing the glam slam, that they're going to get pinned because they're going to get rolled over and sat up.
It's shell shock.
So I think I think it could be something pretty good, but
finish it.
I could see a couple of people making this lariat look good from taking it, but not most.
All right. I don't know.
Just forethought.
We'll
but-
see. It could come true that it doesn't work out in the end.
Yeah, we'll see. Like I said from the beginning, it was not bad. It was good. I was just a little like, that's going to be your finisher. Oh, okay.
I guess I don't mind.
Little underwhelmed. That's all.
It doesn't mind. The reason why it worked is because fucking Red Velvet is so tiny, and she waffled her with a clothesline, so it looked awesome. But yeah, if she did that against like Jade Cargill, it would be like, what? She put her away with
didn't take away from it. It really didn't. It just for me was like, really, like that's going to be your finish? Okay. That was more like my thought. So next up we had Dark Order. And, as much as they're called dorks, tonight, they seem like dorks.
Yeah, they seem
I
like
the
losers.
Dark Order. Usually I defend them to you and like, no, this is just sloppy shit. They have no leadership and it shows because they also have no direction. Adam Page is gone and now they have nobody. And I think it's awkward knowing that Colt's there and then CM Punk's up next. So
yeah,
I guess people are saying, there's peace in the back, but it's not a friendship. So.
Yeah, the Dark Order was not good tonight. That was a waste of everything.
A lot of people said to me on Twitter that it felt like a rough outing, not a great night for haters in ring debut against Red Velvet.
Well,
I didn't think it was terrible, but it certainly wasn't really good. And I mean, some of it, was just, like I said, a bit underwhelming. And
everything was weird tonight. The
but
matches were too fast, most of them, except for the opening. Just rush stuff. The best thing was the promos. There was like 3 good promos. Those were the best thing of the night. Dan Lambert,
Absolutely.
CM Punk, and I thought the Don Callis stuff with Christian was pretty good. But it was just
that wasn't bad. I like Jericho and MJF better, so
yeah, and that was good too. So it was all promos that worked out.
It was a lot of just because they're building towards All Out, and I'm fine with that, but it also doesn't make the night feel as exciting when you're just hearing about things and not seeing it. I know they have to build towards the pay-per-view, but excuse me.
That was
they
like a
have to go
rewind
ahead
show.
and really build up, and I get what they're going for. Now,
White Mr. Hughes lost tonight too. White Mr. Hughes. That was weird.
Yes, that was. I know everyone's saying that the Daniel Bryan tease was the highlight of this CM Punk promo, but I want to word this the best I can. I loved the other night debut more than anything. That was amazing. I mean, we were talking about it live during and after, and I was almost, moved to tears myself just from the audience reaction. I got swept up in the moment, and it was just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And it felt like, oh, wrestling's alive again, even if just for the night. I like this promo better. This
What?
resonated with me because of him saying, like, I'm getting rid of the voice of the voiceless because they listen to people here. And I know it was kiss-assy of AEW, but he has to sell people on why he's here. People are just like, oh, you're just taking a paycheck. And he's really like, he could have taken a paycheck 1,000,000 times over, people. If he really wanted a paycheck, WWE was the paycheck. You know that as well. I'm sure he's getting a shit ton of money.
Well,
no
I don't
doubt.
know about that because Chris Jericho was offered more money from AEW than WWE, so I don't know that. And John Moxley, is getting paid 3 times more, 4 times more than he made in WWE, so I don't know about that.
Oh, I don't know about no. He was getting 2 point something million a year in WWE.
Now
so
he's getting $6 million.
That's the full. It's $3 million a year because it was $6 million for the contract.
All right, but I don't know, man. We don't know what CM Punk's contract is.
No, we don't know yet. But what I'm saying is, I know this wasn't strictly. He's getting a shit ton of money, but it wasn't strictly the bag. He has a wrestling itch. You can tell he's back for wrestling, and he's trying to at least, even if it is about money, trying to sell people on the fact that I'm here to work with younger talent, and I'm here to make a difference. And it felt that way.
He said that last week. But he said that last week.
But I felt like this was more. This resonated with me more. I can't even specifically give you a reason why. Maybe because Shivani was there and it had this personal feel, and him telling the crowd like, "You got to quiet down so I can hear Tony do his job." And it just what he said was maybe the way it was phrased. It just hit me different with this one. Okay. Last one was I'm back. This one was. Here I am. I have a purpose, and I need to prove myself that I still have it, and I can be the best in the world.
So what I heard really was sort of like a different version of the same thing from last week. So to me, it was like part 2 of last week. Like here, like do it again. Like, you know, Britney Spears, Hit Me Baby one more time. Okay, Britney Spears.
Which is smart
you know.
because Dynamite has a bigger audience, and a lot of people they want. Tony Khan said on the media call that him and Punk agreed it was the worst kept secret, but we also know as well they did not want to advertise it because even though you knew it was going to happen, there was still doubt. How many times did we say, what if he doesn't show up? Or what if he's not there? He's on video. Like,
What if he gets COVID? That's what I thought he was going to get COVID.
Anything is possible. I mean, he shook everybody's hands tonight, so hopefully he makes it to All Out. But
yeah,
you know, even with that, I was like, Punk, you better stay away from the fans. Stop jumping into their faces.
Yeah, that's a worry.
As much as I'm thrilled that he's back, honestly, they didn't advertise it. So he was tweeting it out today. The only tweets he sent out was 2. One the other night with the quote that says, "I'm back," from Tony Khan and AEW. And then he sent out one earlier today saying, "You can see me on Dynamite in Milwaukee, you know, and you're going to see Varsity Blondes." And all that. So he was building up tonight. This has been touted since Friday that he would be on tonight's Dynamite. I guarantee that's going to be a draw for Dynamite. We're going to see finally them get that over 1 million again. Is it going to be a huge increase? I don't think it's going to be I think they're going to get a 1.25
from this show tonight.
Yes.
Yeah, and that won't beat their 1.4.
I don't think it'll be 1.4. No, I think it's going to be like 1.25, maybe 1.29. But
yeah,
I think around that.
I think they're
going to have like an extra 200,000 max of the million they were getting. Yeah.
Yeah, I was guessing 1.3 in the chat earlier, so that's where I am. I'm 1.3. Dead on 1.3.
That makes sense. And we basically nailed what Rampage would get when we broke it all down, so
pretty close. Rampage, so if you look at it, you know, really CM Punk brought in about 300 to 400,000 people to Rampage.
Which we had, when we did the math, you know, between Out of Nowhere and whatnot, we had pretty much surmised that, yeah, they'll get about 1.1, and that's what they got. I mean, we said watch them get 2 and you know, beat SmackDown and jokingly, but we knew that wasn't going to happen. I would have
only because of the time slot. That was the big mistake, is the time slot.
Imagine if they were on Fox and they had, you know, they weren't just on cable and it wasn't at 10 o'clock. That's why I'm intrigued to see what happens with the Dynamite ratings, because now it is a earlier time slot. It's in the week, not a Friday. Fridays are hard, and about as hard as I am, you know, thinking about you, Joe, sitting in that hospital bed, just stroking it. But yeah, the Daniel Bryan tease was magnificently done. The audience
by
with
accident.
The yeses, great. Well, that's what it felt like. It was so genuine because he just slipped it in there.
Because the crowd started chanting yes for no reason. So then he was like, all right. And then he just...
Well, he said, I want to know if I could still be the best in the world. And they yes. And it was just so perfect. I mean,
hilarious. Like, I was like,
yeah,
what the hell?
It wasn't planned.
Yeah, like, he wouldn't have said that. That made the moment for me. Like, otherwise I was like, oh, listen.
I did like this one better, though, because I felt like he not only still continued to put over young talent. We'll see,
that's
you know,
somebody
how long
else's
this whole
shtick, and you might just be
shtick of it
need to be a
lasts,
little bit more patient.
People want to see him praise everybody.
Look on Punk's face. He's like, I did that. I did that.
Oh, yeah. And he had some great facials there, that's for sure.
Ew.
And then after that, we had Miro backstage, and he said that Fuego del Sol forgave him, but there was another original sinner, and he's like, Eddie Kingston, you know, I'm going to drag you into the river, and I'm the Redeemer. God's going to favor me, and, you know, your wife would love me because I'm a champion, and someone better bring me the Mad King before I burn this place to the ground. Great promo. Love this.
Yeah,
and
Miro
the fact
good
that
again.
him and Eddie are going to feud, fucking sign me up, Joe.
It was a promo-tastic night tonight.
Yeah, if they're going to have a match at All Out and it's going to build next week and we're going to see Miro take on Eddie Kingston, oh, I'm excited. Them big boys going to hit like freight trains.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how good it is.
I said facials before, but that could be good. Eddie usually doesn't disappoint. And Miro, since he's been on this, I kill you all in the name of Jesus. In the name of Jesus. He's ready to go. Did I ever tell you about that? When we went to a family member's wedding at the church they had went to, the pastor was overboard, and everything he said, every sentence, instead of having a period there or going, he would say in the name of Jesus, but it was continually, and he had to sing it. So it was literally hundreds of, and it went on for hours. He just was old and in the name of Jesus, and then it would go on, and in the name of Jesus, and on. And so
that drives me nuts. Like, I mean, that's
Danny and I's inside joke, and go ahead and crack her up if I say it.
Well, that's like when, like, every time when I was at church, they, the Father speaks the fucking whatever. In the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. It's like, are you singing or are you talking or are you trying to mind control me? You fuck in a robe. Like
Camarato solo go, that kind of shit.
No, I hear that. I'm punching the guy out. I hear that. I'm knocking him out.
In the name of the I'm done with the religion. So speaking of the wrestling religion, the one, the only Wild Thing himself, Jon Moxley. I hate this as his theme song. I can't get it to work for me. I know I'm on the outlier here. I'm weird, whatever, but I was never crazy about the Wild Thing song. Like, it worked great in the movie. Major League was because it fit for the character, but like on its own, it's never something I would want to listen to, even the original.
Yep.
And I just loved his original theme for AEW. I thought that was a great sounding theme, and it really fit the Moxley character. It was brash and hard and hardcore and
the brash
intense. The brash.
Was it hot? Was it long?
Nuts.
Was it schlong? Was it dong? Was it mong? Was it wrong? Was it long? Was it dong? Was it thong?
It was very short and unimpressive, Joe. I'll tell you.
Very
that
tiny,
much.
very not as big. I'm not big. I'm down there, Brian. You want to see my cock?
Almost non-existent.
I'll show you my cock right now. You want to see this?
The computer can go up to 200 to zoom. I still had to use a magnifying glass.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it was bad. I know my eyes aren't great, but Jesus. So Darby comes out, huge applause,
in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, our Father in heaven, forever and ever.
I figured it out. That's the solve to your tax problems. We become a church.
Yes, we should become a. Oh my God, that's a great idea. We should become a church.
Just like I am an ordained minister, we should become a church.
I want your kids to come into my room at midnight.
I
Please send them in here so I can give them the Holy Spirit.
In one wedding, so I am Reverend DeMarco. I went on, what was it, the Church of Life and registered. So
coming up on Patreon,
register you as a church.
Register me as a molester. Coming up later on Patreon, everybody, I'm going to be talking about the Matrix stuff and more of that, and all entertainment news. Plus, Lily Wachowski explains why she's not in the Matrix 4. Why is only one of the Wachowski brothers, formerly brothers, now sisters?
Yes.
I mean, you can't get any closer than brothers that decide to become sisters. So it's going to be fun to listen to.
In the name of Jesus.
In the name of God and Holy Spirit. Lily Wachowski explains why she's not in the new Matrix. So it's going to be very interesting.
Because she's busy being Lily in WWE.
Maybe. Oh, that's true. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Wonder if the hair's real. I'm not sure.
We'll see.
I definitely
know
think
it matches a drape, but
I gotta be honest. I think the other Wachowski, now sister, is the hotter one on the right. I gotta be honest. Like, if you had to grade them, I'm going with the other Wachowski over here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's that's just me. I mean, listen.
No, I'm with you there. Not to just blindly agree, but yeah, the other one looks like just a man in drag. Sorry.
Yeah, but the weird
a little effort in, get some surgery. You got money.
The weird thing about it though is if I go back to what they used to look like when they were men, when they were guys, I think I feel differently. I think I'd rather bang the guy with the hat
than the female version.
Yeah, so like it's weird. So this is me. I'm wondering if you guys are
the female version is a lie.
Yes, like such like
it looks like a lie,
I don't think
it's
that.
Deceiving.
I mean, I know it's not a lie.
Valley.
I don't believe it's a lie because I think if he's becoming a woman, that's not a lie. But what I think is, because let's not be. But
no. See, I'm wording it wrong. Like your brain is tricked because the full illusion is not. Your brain isn't tricked because the full illusion is not there.
No, it's the sort of like demented look I get from the new Wachowski, like the weird kind of like.
See, I don't feel like the one on the left looks enough like
Well,
woman.
no,
per
I
se.
don't-
I can
I
tell that
think-
it's a man. That's where the one on the right passes more as a
Yeah,
female. To
no,
me.
it's see, I'm not going to be that mean. I just think the one on the left.
I'm not
is
trying to be mean. It's just
no,
my
I know.
brain
I think the
doesn't-
one on the left is demented looking. That's what I'm saying. A
See?
little demented looking.
and that's not mean.
That's not. It's not. It's because look at here, straight ahead. That Wachowski on the left. He's very confident, straight ahead, looking at the camera, like, "Yeah, this is me. I made the Matrix. What's up?" And so, like, he looks fine. But now I feel like kind of like evil villain, demented looking. You know.
Do you think they lick each other's surgery scars?
I hope they do. But on the right, the he like looks
Imagine
like
that getting infected. Yikes!
oh my god. But I listen.
Save a lot of money on lube, but
I
don't know
I gotta
what
be
else.
honest. Even out of all all four of these pictures, all four different versions of everybody here, I'm going with the Wachowski on the right here as the female. I would rather. This
Yeah.
is the one I want to hook up with.
yes,
She's kind of hot, like in
from
a weird,
behind with the
weird.
blindfold on.
Yeah, kind of like your friend's mother who knows something
Through a
about
glory
you.
hole
No, I don't
while
know. Like,
inebriated on DMT and crack.
I don't know, but we're gonna talk about Matrix 4 on
Viagra.
Patreon and a bunch of stuff on Patreon. It's gonna be great.
In the name of Jesus.
In the name of Jesus. Is donation.
Look at Matt Hardy.
In Philly, we're pretty, yo, this whole city, we're gritty, yo, we might eat our own shitty. Yeah, eat our own shitty. In the city of Philly, we eat shitty. We're gritty as can be. We can survive off our motherfucking own feces. In Philly, we're gritty. In Philly, we're gritty. This whole city, we'll eat our own shitty. In Philly, that's why our mascot looks like a
Laughing my ass off, Joe. I can watch that match with you and Grim all day. That was funny. When Punk said that patient spot, I kinda marked out. All Out will be badass.
Hell yeah, Alabama. All Out will be badass. I think it's gonna be a nice show, man. AEW is bringing these shows together like NXT used to. You know, every single one we
There
look
is
forward to.
a buzz, Joe.
Yeah. There's a buzz. There's a buzz cut.
There's a lot going on right now,
Joe,
and people are excited.
Did you know MJF, Chris Statlander, Penelope Ford and Max Caster used to wrestle on Grimm's toy show?
Yeah.
Why isn't AU hiring Grimm when he had a few of their talent? Imagine Grimm was in charge of AU. We would be getting a bunch of werewolves and clowns.
I think it'd be funny if Grimm was in AEW as a clown, as a big clown with balloons, and he came to the ring as his real first name, Dave the Clown. I think that'd be fun, or the Clown Show. That'd be really cool. I think I'd put him in AEW.
We know why they haven't hired him, though.
Probably because he bangs women everywhere.
Well, he didn't pass the background check.
shit bum.
That too, for
I
sure.
wasn't supposed
Not
to
gonna
say that.
lie, AJ really does not need wrestling.
Fuck.
I liked her in WWE, but she has anything to give to AU other than the fact she would be there. Also, I came in my pants when Punk teased Bryan. The show was okay, but still better than Raw 5/10.
Raw 5/10. I don't believe it. I don't believe it, Darkblade. He's giving Raw a 5 out of 10. He's absolutely mad out of his head. He's lost his mind. Darkblade, thank you.
So we gave Raw. Oh, the show is better. The show is okay, but still better than Raw 5 out of 10. Okay, I thought he was giving Raw 5 out of 10. I was like, are we missing
Bullfrog, you don't need to... Oh, my God.
We got a new member. Yes. Oh, I'm hard. I'm so good. Oh my God, I'm hard for the new member.
Thank you, Starscream, for the 8 months in a row. I really
Hell
appreciate it. Bullfrog, you don't need to message me whenever Sith Negan donates to somebody different than me. You don't have to tell me every time.
Sith Negan is in many chats. He's in ours. He's in tons.
But
He
it's
can get
like-
along with everybody. Why is that a problem?
It's Bullfrog constantly DMing me. I understand, Bullfrog. Listen, the guy donated $5,000 to my show. I don't care what else he does. Who cares? Just fucking stop messaging me about Sith Negan and what he does. Who cares?
Who
You
cares
idiot
what anybody
Bullfrog.
does? And a few people recently kept reaching out to me, and it was just so weird. And everybody has these like crazy demands or thoughts, and other
Like
people have
Bullfrog?
No, not him, but you'd think. And then you talk sensibly with a couple of people but most of them are just off their rocker. And for some reason, like, oh, your loyalty to Joe is always praised. I'm like, since when is being a good friend an attribute that needs to be praised? Like, just being a good person nowadays is something so rare that it gets like admired.
Probably because people are fucked out there. I mean, like,
I guess. I mean, everybody sucks that much, huh?
Oh yeah, dude. Are you kidding me?
Apparently,
I tell people about bad people, and I'm the bad guy. Like
that is true.
That's how bad it is.
I warn everyone, and it gets ignored.
Bro, I was literally like, not to go into fucking craziness. I was literally on someone's show the other day telling everybody about like, yeah, look at this bad person, and then everybody was like, "You're crazy. Where's the proof?" And I'm like, you've DM'd me about how bad this person is yourself. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
They
you know these things.
They pretended like they didn't know it and made me sit there looking like a jackass. So I'm like, so everybody's a fake. That's what I've learned.
But then 3 days
Everyone's
later,
a
it
fake.
turns out to be even more proof, and then they go, "Oh, see, look what we found out. This person sucks."
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, we've been saying this forever.
I know. I don't know. You know, people.
But if we say
I
anything,
will freeze over before I give Raw anything close to
Crazy.
4/10. You really think I would give Raw a 5? I gave you 5/10.
I know I read it wrong. Don't
Dark
mind me.
Blade.
Dark Blade, we love you. Thank you so much again. You can blame me for being a lack of sleep moron at this point. So Moxley's in the ring with Darby Allin and Eddie, and they take on JD Drake, Ryan Namath, and Cesar Bonini. What is their name? I always
I don't remember their official name. I just know
the
Benini.
Ringmen, the First Men, something like, because they're the Wingmen when they're all together with Peter Avalon, and they're actually good together. Like the few times I've seen them on Dark and stuff, they interact very well. And even in this match, they had a few moments, and Cesar Bonini had a pretty good back and forth where Namath got chopped really hard by Eddie, and then once Eddie no-sold his chop, and then chops his chest off. So Ryan Namath, Ziggler Jr. gets out of there, and then Cesar gets in. He chops him to hell, but Cesar's no-selling it, doesn't hurt him, can't take him down, tries. He tags in Moxley, and they both take him down. Good story told there. I like the teamwork. I like the intensity from Moxley. Like, all of it was just well done here. This was a cool match. They beat the hell out of Peter Avalon at the side, and Moxley went ahead and, you saw Darby go ahead and hit the Avalon code red to take out Drake on the outside, and Moxley and Kingston are brawling with everybody. And then, you go ahead and get the coffin drop, and they're like, if CM Punk gets hit by that, that's it. So that's a cool story that they're bringing into the match for All Out. How did you feel for all this?
Sorry, I was just annoyed by my text messages going off 700 times.
Exactly. Yeah, I the coffin drop at the end there looked amazing.
No, I like the coffin drop on fat, sweaty Mr. White Hughes. It was pretty good.
And he took Drake out with that coffin drop. That's one of those, like the Swanton bomb, moves you don't want to take. People always say there's a few, and that's one of them. So it looks always there's no way to take it well. Really?
Well,
I mean,
Bullfrog
he doesn't weigh a ton, but
sorry,
he's just coming at you full
Bullfrog,
force.
I just blocked you, dude. I'm gonna have to block you, dude. He's just texting me Sith Negan is a scumbag over and over again. Like, and he's an idiot. Bullfrog, I'm gonna have to block
Bullfrog,
you.
I just got done praising Sith Negan because he can be in this chat and that chat and this chat and never have a problem with anybody. People make problems for people.
Yes, that's
why does it matter? Why you can be friends with everybody? Who cares who you're watching? So long as you're not bringing drama to everyone's doorstep, you could be everywhere you want.
I had to block Bullfrog again on Twitter.
We welcome you to go and check out other people's reviews, and we
no, we
tell
don't.
you,
No, we don't. We don't do that.
Not wrestling reviews.
We don't welcome anybody for anything. But let me
well, not anymore, because every time we have, you get shot in the ass for it. But.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we don't do that. I welcome you to check out my asshole. But now we're gonna wrap it up in a second. Anyway, you can go check it out, Bullfrog.
After this, we had the Christian and Darren Callis and Elite interview here. It was okay. Darby Allin got his ass kicked by Daniel Garcia for a bit, and I don't know. They always have to have something happen afterwards. It wasn't anything great. I didn't really care for it. Then we had FTR, Dax Harwood, saying, he's not sure FTR will come back full time or even part time. And then Cash says, they needed me one more match so they can get their pound of flesh. And I'm going to rub dirt on my wounds and we're going to keep going. So eventually, hopefully, All Out will get this match.
FTR sucks. FTR sucks.
It's just not who they could be. You see them getting totally limited.
Hey, what up?
And
How
it's
it going,
unfortunate.
Wazza? Okay, you ready for this? Okay. Get ready, cause tomorrow evening is going to add fuel to the political wars. At 6:30 p.m. EST, NBC Lester Holter's special interview with the cop who shot the woman on Jan 6 climbing through the...
Oh, God.
No. I guess he got cut off. Climbing through the window.
Yeah, the cop who shot the woman that was climbing through the window. They're going to have Lester Holt.
The only cop that did his job on the 6th?
But it's going to be a big point of contention for a lot of people. Even those that don't care and just want to go ahead and be the loudest, it's still going to be an issue. So
I just say he's the only cop who actually did his job. Everybody else was like, come on in, look at this. Just
what are you, racist?
Want to take a look at it? Well, she's white.
And you know what the funny part is? Sith Negan is right. He said this. I unbanned Bullfrog for $3,000, and now he's shitting on me. He's like, I'm pulling rank. He's fucking banned for life from all the podcasts. Make it so, Sly Hustle J. How could I blame Sith Negan for wanting him banned again? He just paid to unban you. He did something out of the niceness of his heart to include that.
Yep.
Gave you a chance, and you're trying to start shit and report him. What is wrong with you?
Yep. He's DMing me all kinds of crazy shit about
me too. About I'm done, and go ahead, fuck off,
die if you can. If you die, that could be a good thing. Well. Anyway, man.
So we went ahead from there, and we got the Gun Club, which no one gives a shit about, taking on QT Marshall, Camarado, and Solo, but no, what's his name, Go-Go. So that's the only one I liked of the group.
I love how Don Callis is wearing pink.
Boxer. He's the only one I liked out of all four of them. Camarado looks like a caveman. Solo's boring to me. QT Marshall's good on the mic, but I do not want to watch him wrestle. Those can't do teach. And the Gun Club, Billy Gunn is good still, but I have no interest in seeing him wrestle. Sorry.
Who?
Billy Gunn.
Oh, I like Billy, but
I do. I'd rather, like, if you're gonna put attention, take it off of him, put him on your sons. Let your sons, let Austin and Cole, whatever,
Didn't they wrestle tonight on their own?
They did, but with their dad. So it was the 6-man tag.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I
would take the spotlight off of Dad and get him out of there. I mean, I know he could still go, but it feels like the kids can never do anything on their own.
They're kind of lame on their own. But I mean, they're all right.
Well, that's because they're looking like their dad. They have no identity. They come out with the tight ass, Mr. Ass, spandex on and the headbands, and they look like something out of '98, DX. And all right, nostalgia's cool, but you have no personality at all except doing the hip swivel that your father did. Billy Gunn wasn't certainly known for his promo skills. He just said, "I got 2 words for you. If you're not down with that, I got 2 words for you."
Snuff it.
Cease, desist. Oh, you were close. Dan Lambert backstage with Scorpio Sky and Real Karate Man, and he's talking about how you're a former MMA fighter and you're a karate man, black belt, and you're real men, and we're going to go ahead, and I'd rather see a dork stuff into a locker back in high school, propose to his girlfriend, or losers in skinny jeans put their hands in their pockets, and all you millennials safe space culture, cancel culture having weak men. We need real men watching AEW, so that's why I got these guys. And it's basically Cornette light, so it's working, but it's funny.
Yeah, I thought that was great. I loved the Dan Lambert promo. Other than it sounds like his balls are in his ass. He's got like a very high voice. But other than that, it was great promo. He's obviously mocking Jim Cornette.
Yeah,
but
if he doesn't yell,
but not really
intense.
Though. Not really though. He's actually more mocking like people like us, because Cornette doesn't even say a lot of that stuff. Because
no, he's mocking cancel culture. That's why I said Cornette light.
Yeah, because Cornette actually is an SJW.
The only thing he does is blame the fans for the state of AEW, and so that's kind of the Cornette part of it.
Right. Yeah, like
Mr. Ass Club. Yeah, chaos. That's
should bring that back. Bring back the Ass Man song.
And then we had a pretty
go get that guy. Where's that?
Joe?
Where's the guy who sang that song? He could sing.
I'm an ass man.
He could sing. I love them assholes. Look at their bottoms, and they could be like a take on that.
Look at my sons. I watched them shower.
Yeah.
I watched them sleep.
Come. Oh,
my son's got assholes. He could really get into it. Oh yeah.
I've seen his
Then,
asshole.
like an asshole, Malachi Black beat the shit out of Brock Anderson in 2 minutes and 48 seconds. so underwhelming because Arn obviously going to throw the towel in, but he didn't. And, Aleister Black's like, pick it up, end this, do it. He doesn't. And then he, punches him. And then he's like, guess what? I'm going to kill you. Hits him with a great exploder suplex. Damn near knocks him out of his freaking wrestling trunks. And then he hits the black mass. I don't know what they want to call it now.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. The black.
I don't know what the finish is now.
They should call it Spiked Death.
Yeah, but he won.
He won, and then my thing was I thought somebody was going to come in a big moment, and instead nothing really happened.
Yeah, that was the unfortunate part of it. And basically all we got was he went to ringside, he gets the chair, and then Arn comes in, and he's like, oh, he blocks him, and then he hits the kick, and then Lee Johnson comes out, and he runs away. Why would Black take off from Lee Johnson? They basically have like a stare down, but didn't he say he's going to take out everybody from the Nightmare family? So why would he run from him? Shouldn't he have just destroyed him now too? I get time. They're trying to make a cliffhanger out of it, but it's just hopefully, like we said a while ago, you had said we'll definitely see Cody taking a break, but it seems like they're just going to keep attacking the Nightmare family till Cody's done filming. And hopefully he gives everybody some time off because I have no interest in the Nightmare family at this point whatsoever. This is just the thing with Cody was good. I like kind of what they were getting with the match, but the after stuff I wasn't crazy about. He's going to kick Arn again, and then Lee Johnson. Why would you run from him? He won what? One match and
I
lost
don't
40?
get running from Lee Johnson. I don't get that.
He's 1-40, 1-50, something
Should
like
have
that.
knocked him out too. I thought somebody
Lee
was
Johnson,
coming in.
his overall record is 17-36.
What a joke.
Let's run from him.
Not a good ending tonight. Not a good whole match and end. Well, actually, I liked the story. Actually, I liked everything, to be honest, up until because I loved when Arn Anderson got in his face and talk about doing the best thing ever. Arn Anderson blocks his finishing move, and then he goes, "Okay, so I kick you in the balls." Like that was really well done. The only thing that sucks is that nothing major fun happened after that. It really was just Malachi, the bad guy, gets over, and that's it. And we go off the air, that's it. So a little bit of a sputter there because I built up in my own head that something was happening. So
I guess it is the Black Mass as well, Joe.
He still calls it the Black Mass?
Yeah, from what I'm seeing here
What?
through AEW, they said that Black is known for his crisp, hard-hitting kicks, and his finisher, the Black Mass, epitomizes that. He used his finisher first on AEW EVP Cody Rhodes on his in-ring debut for the company itself.
Jesus.
So they say Black Mass. I don't know.
Wow.
I haven't. They said spinning heel kick on commentary, so.
I thought, Bullfrog, you quit monetize this. You texted me the other day you were done.
Yes, said that to me too.
Yeah. You don't make any sense, you fat tardo idiot. You really don't. You really don't make sense. He wrote, I won't be working with you anymore.
Yeah, he said, I won't be working with Joe's community anymore.
Yeah.
I should have won the belt way before Garguts. It should have been me than Garguts.
Then now he's saying, you won't ban me. I'm your golden goose. But then Bullfrog says, I never quit. Then why do you say you're quitting every week?
You did.
Why do you say every week that you're quitting if you never quit? Why do you say you never quit? You don't make any sense. Then you're friends with D. Welsh, who you say you hate because he doxed you, but then you're friends with him, and then you say you're not friends. You don't know what the fuck you're saying. You're literally retarded. Like, let's be honest. You literally are a moron. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, he did say he was quitting.
Yeah, you're really all over the place. That being said, CM Punk just tweeted me. I can't believe it. Yeah, so CM Punk says,
I believe it.
He says, you know how I was mad when my brother stole my piggy bank, and you know my religion, so you know I wanted that piggy bank really badly. Wow.
Damn.
Some reason
I had my Mother Goose lamp broken, but that piggy bank must mean something.
Yeah, I don't think that's really CM Punk that messaged me that. I got to be honest.
Oh, I see it right. It says CM drunk. Joe.
Oh, okay. He is still mad his brother stole his piggy bank from him, though.
Doesn't that make you laugh at times? I'm sorry. I know it's mean, but people, they never do like any simple research. I've had so many people be like, I was talking to Paige or Alexa Bliss, or I'm sure you get those still too at times.
You're like, that's not
do
their
you
account.
tell anybody the truth anymore? Most times I don't have the heart for it. I'm just like, oh, cool. But it's like at Paige 291, and it's like, yeah, she's talking to me, and I'm like, oh, you're such a cool fan, and she's like, if you send me $5, I'll send you a signed photo. And
I text them normally like, you're retarded.
I'm like that.
I'm like, I really say that. I'm like
them,
mean.
but
I go, you're stupid. Like I don't say, dude, that's not their account anymore. Now I just say you're dumb. I'm serious. I swear to God, I write you're dumb.
I know, because they're not. Most of the WWE talent and AEW talent is verified. Some of the indie ones aren't, but even if not, just go to Google and type in whoever's name, CM Punk, and it'll say Twitter, and it'll bring you to their direct Twitter or Instagram, or it takes 5 seconds of research to see if that's the actual person.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I was talking to The Rock, and he is coming back. Look, he just told me he'll be at Survivor Series. Oh, The Rock answered you on Instagram. How many followers does The Rock have? 67. This is his other account.
Yeah, they usually can't even do that math to write. They can't even read a number, so they, you have problems, and you can't even read a number. I mean, we've got major issues there.
Shit bomb.
You become a shit bomb.
What up?
Joe Cronin only really F you are a role model, sir.
I don't know how I'm a role model, but I appreciate it, Randy Viper. I'm some kind of thing. I'm some kind of model. I'm some kind of runway model. I'm gonna go full Wachowski sister.
So what do you give tonight?
6 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10.
I'm going to be a bit harsher. Even though I'd like the CM Punk promo, it was just promos.
Yeah, it was all promos.
The only match that was a little bit fun was Eddie Kingston being involved in a few of the segments of that 6-man tag.
I like the opening match, Hardy's match, only probably because of the blood and the excitement.
Probably because of the blood, but the rest of it I didn't really care for. It was good because the crowd was reacting to it, but all right, here he goes. He's going to, fake the kicks and then delete, and they're doing the chants. Like, the crowd made it feel cool, but most of what they did didn't, the only good thing I thought was selling on the twist of fate that Orange Cassidy was going to do.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere tomorrow is going to be epic. Surprises galore. I've got a box up here that I've got to know what's inside. You have a surprise yourself coming. I know there's some records being broken, and Sith Negan is dropping some bombs along with a message, as well as a surprise for Joe. And then on top of it, we have tons of wrestling news to go over, some predictions, a lot of stuff coming up, news for All Out, all sorts of stuff. You're going to want to hear some future booking plans for WWE and where they're going with this Lesnar thing. Isn't it amazing, Joe, how, I had to go back on YouTube. I couldn't even be bothered with Peacock. The cock can't walk. I'm telling you, that site just is terrible. But
yeah.
And relive a little bit of the WrestleMania main event of the fans hijacking the match, booing and chanting everything under the sun from CM Punk onwards, because they hated the idea of, again, seeing Lesnar and Roman Reigns. But now he's back and people are going
We got
nuts.
a new member. Yes. Oh, I'm hard. I'm so good. Oh my God, I'm hard for the new member.
The Bep. Okay, that's the Bep Jr., man, becoming a member 8 months in a row. And he's going to get the icons. Thank you, Bep Jr., for the Ocho in a row. And if you guys haven't gone to my website yet to sign up to win free tickets to Chicago Dynamite next week, you could win them. We're going to announce it tomorrow on Out of Nowhere. Make sure you guys go there. And the link I put up earlier. What was that, Jake?
No, I would give the night maybe like a 5.5. I just wish there was a lot of good promos, but I wish there was a bit more. And then Lesnar being back in WWE just isn't doing it for me. And he's a part-timer. He'll obviously lose to Roman. I mean,
I don't
some
care.
of the story is intriguing because of Paul Heyman. Like, where does his allegiance lie? because he was freaking out. That was the best part of Brock coming back. Yeah, it was surprising. It was unexpected. The moment was cool.
He looked awesome. That's why
He looked great. He looked like the evolved, upgraded Dean Ambrose, because Dean wore the same outfit years ago, and that was hilarious, but true. They look like, older brother, younger brother kind of idea. But damn, I mean, if I was flaccid, that would have gotten me hard, Randy Viper. That's for sure. And like Paul 3 said, they 2 free tickets to Dynamite. Just go ahead, follow the link on Joe's website, enter your information, and someone will be chosen. Can't beat that. We'll find out a winner tomorrow night on Out of Nowhere.
Well, now we know it's Cena, Brock, Rock.
Yeah, apparently they didn't want to do, and this is a legitimate thing from Meltzer, because he had mentioned it before, but they wanted to have The Rock this year, and then 30 or 38, and then 39 do Brock.
Wow.
So they're rushing ahead because of basically the CM Punk thing. People feel like Becky, the heel turn, her squashing Bianca was because of Punk. It wasn't. It was because of Sasha not being there, so they had to send Becky up early. They sold Sasha for 8 days knowing that she wasn't going to be able to make the match. Up until the point where they brought Bianca out to the ring, played the video package, and then told fans it's not going to happen. Brought out Carmella, got more heat just to bring back Becky so people would eventually cheer.
Yeah.
Craziness, Joe. Craziness.
It was.
But we'll have more to talk about tomorrow night for sure.
False advertisement. Thank you guys for being here. Good night.
Kill you! minute. No.
Dwayne the Cock Johnson donated earlier. Oh, shit.
We got a new member.
CJ Rella.
Oh, I'm hard. I'm so good. Oh my God, I'm hard for the new member.
Thank you, CJ Rella, for becoming a member 7 months in a row. CJ Rella. Thanks also to Dwayne the Cock Johnson. He said, I am a Daniel Bryan fan, but not a big fan. WrestleMania 30 sucked. It made no sense for Bryan to main event. He lost to Bray at the Rumble, failed to win the Elimination Chamber. Yeah, it didn't make any sense, Dwayne, to be honest. It didn't make any sense that he wasn't in the Rumble. He should have won the Rumble, gone to Mania, won the belt. That's what should have happened. And the reason why is because the McMahons didn't want him to win. And somebody convinced them at the end that they obviously needed to fix things. So WWE was stupid, but that was one of the last good runs they had with anybody. And they couldn't even figure that out the right way. Thank you, Dwayne the Cock. And to everybody else. We'll see you tomorrow on Out of Nowhere live here on the Joe Cronin Show. Hit up that Patreon.
Austin's music! Oh my God, it's Stone Cold Steve Austin's music! He's on the Joe Cronin Show! You gotta be kidding me! This whole place has come unglued right now! It is Stone Cold! It is Stone Cold! Live on the Joe Cronin Show! Who thought that this could happen?